Hey guys, this is Doug with Life is Shirty here. Thanks for tuning in to my video. I just have a small tip for you guys. It's if you're selling a lot of t-shirts or even polo shirts or dress shirts, I would highly suggest into investing some clear poly sleeves for your items for when you're storing them and for when you're shipping them as well before they go in the poly mailers. And I'll tell you why. So one of the biggest reasons I wanted to start doing this is because I guess a couple months ago a feedback from, not even a feedback, it was a message from a buyer, and they were telling me how disappointed they were in their item because when they received it, their item smelled like cigarette smoke. And this baffled me because I am a non-smoker, my girlfriend is a non-smoker, we live in a smoke-free home. Even if I did smoke, I wash all of my items before I ship them, and I store them away in a room that is considered my eBay. So this kind of baffled me, and I sent him a message back, and I said, man, that's weird because I don't smoke. My girlfriend doesn't smoke. No smoke comes in this house, and I washed the item. I said, I don't know why it would smell like that. And well, he wanted a refund, and so, you know, it's a buyer's world. So, and that's, you know, not just with eBay, it's customer service all around the world. You know, you want to make your customer happy. Without question, I gave him a refund and told him I apologize, and I don't know how it smelled like smoke, and that I hope he can wash it and get the smell out of it. So he kept the item. I gave him a refund. He ended up giving me positive feedback. So, you know, the feedbacks are actually more important than losing, you know, $15 or so as it was for a t-shirt. So I guess a little while later, a couple months later, I'm in a bunch of Facebook groups, resale Facebook groups, and eBay and thrifting Facebook groups, and I saw a post about a lady who had bought an item, and when she was receiving the item, the USPS guy who was handing her item, which was in a poly mailer, was smoking a cigarette. Walked up to her, smoking a cigarette, and she was kind of baffled by it, and she got her item, got it inside, opened it, and her item reeked of smoke. So I heard this, and I was like, you know, there are things out there as an eBay seller that are out of your control. And what USPS does after they receive the item is definitely one of those things. I was hurt just today. I received a negative feedback because even though I processed an order and had it scanned within 12 hours, it showed up 3 days after its estimated delivery time. I received a negative feedback for it, and eBay won't help me. Anyway, that's another story. Back to the clear poly sleeves, and I'm going to tell you about. If you're not using these, I would definitely suggest doing it. They cost about the same amount of money as the mailers do. You can get 200 for about $12, $12 or $13, and so I put this t-shirt in this poly mailer, and where it seals right here, I have enforced it with an additional piece of tape, and you can compress these things, and you can actually store more t-shirts wherever you're storing t-shirts as well. So I take pictures, and after I take pictures of them, I make sure there's no lint or anything like that, and I fold them up and I put them in here, and then I store them. I just recently started doing this because of the cigarette smoke issue. So that's my main concern, is getting the item to the buyer to where it doesn't smell like smoke if somebody's smoking in their vehicle while they're delivering packages. So that is one pro to using the poly. And the other one that I found out, the other pro to using a poly sleeve that I found out after I got these, and I had a tub full of t-shirts, and they were not in clear poly sleeves, and it was packed to the rim. I couldn't fit another t-shirt in this tub. So what I did was I put all these t-shirts in this tub in the clear poly sleeves, and when I put them back into the tub, I noticed I had a ton more room. And so far since I've done that, I've been able to put around 16 extra t-shirts in this storage tub that I have down here. and I'll show it to you in a second. So, and I've still got room, I guess, for, I could probably put 4 more t-shirts in this tub at least. That's if I don't press them down, but so you can, hypothetically, and I guess not hypothetically, I'm doing it, you can put 20 extra t-shirts in this size tub just by putting them in poly mailers. Not mailers, poly sleeves. So what happens, and I'll grab another t-shirt, what happens is once you get them in here, they compress, you press down on them and it gets all the air out, and it's almost like like you were to get one of those machines that sucks all the air when you're storing meat or something like that. It kind of does that, and it gets it to the t-shirt to the lowest point. Look how thin that is. So whereas if it wasn't in this, it would probably be stacked up to about this high or so, and over time that takes up space when you got so many t-shirts in here like I do. So using the clear poly sleeve has really helped in storing my items, and also I've gotten more feedback. I can see me getting more feedback from buyers saying, I've gotten a couple that have said very well packaged, would buy again. So it looks like I'm getting some good feedback from the buyers. They like receiving their item, knowing their item is protected by a clear poly sleeve as well as the poly mailer. So I would highly suggest investing into these. Like I said, they're only $12 or $13 for about 200 of them. Just do a test run on them. I mean, I'm still on my first 200, and I've already made the decision that I'm not going to quit using them because it's been such a positive experience as far as being a seller and for storage purposes, which is really big for me because I'm busting at the seams here. We have an eBay room, and I'm a small town seller. I keep about 450 to 500 items in my store at all times, and that's really because I have nowhere else to put things, or else I would do a lot more. And plus I do it on the side, so I guess it's kind of a blessing in disguise that I don't have any more room. So but hey, I'm going to pause this for a second. I'm going to show you the tub and just kind of show you what I'm talking about. Alright guys, so here is the tub of t-shirts that I was telling you about. So you can see this container. You can get these for about $5 or $6 at Walmart or Target or any place like that sells these. But this thing was packed to the rim before I put the poly mailers on these, and for some reason after putting the poly mailers on, I guess they just go in a lot easier and you're able to push them down for more room. I mean, I made room for close to 16 to 20 more t-shirts once I put the poly mailers on all of the t-shirts. So just take this tip and use it if you're trying to store t-shirts and you're busting at the seams at your house like me and you don't have a lot of place to store stuff. So I have a bunch of t-shirts that are hanging up and in drawers in my room where I do eBay stuff, where I do shipments and stuff like that. But this is a good way once you get a lot of stuff to store things. It really helped out, and like I said, it's going to help you. It's going to look better to the buyer once they get the t-shirt and it's in this little poly mailer. And also remember the story I told you about I shipped an item to a buyer and they complained that it smelled like smoke. I'm a non-smoker, live in a non-smoking home. I washed my clothes before I shipped them out. There's no way that item could have smelled like smoke on my account. So when I actually saw that post on one of the Facebook groups about somebody bought an item and the USPS guy handed her the item with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, and then her item smelled like smoke, that clicked in my head that it really isn't my fault. It's USPS. It's the people who ship this stuff. They smoke in their vehicles while they're dishing out mail and packages. So just keep that in mind, and I would highly suggest using these poly mailers for numerous reasons: storage, and just protecting your item as it gets mailed and shipped to your buyer. All right, there you have it, guys. So you saw the tub, and you see what I'm talking about. It's not a very big tub, but I have a ton of t-shirts in here. I like to count them just to see how many, just so you can see exactly how many you can fit in there. But the point is, I made room for 20 extra t-shirts in this tub just for switching to clear poly bags. So in my opinion, it's a great tip. I've gotten a lot of great tips from a lot of you guys on YouTube. So this is just one of my small tips, and I hope I can help somebody. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope you come back for more. Remember to like, comment if you want, subscribe to my channel, check out some of my other videos. I do sales updates, I do haul videos. I'm gonna have a lot more coming pretty soon when I can find the time. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you come back to watch more. Hey, happy thrifting, and I hope you guys have some great sales this week. Take care.